That's the sound, Phil.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the New York Giants. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. This is Tony Pollard. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A 1st down carry by Elliott. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Prescott. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Throwing, Prescott. He's got his man, that's Josh Gordon. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So Dak with a completion there, really showing no ill effects from that injury a season ago. Yeah, what do you think your keys are defensively trying to stop Mr. Prescott?
Well, I think any defensive coordinator will tell you, stop his running game first, because he is at his best off of play action when all of your linebackers come up to the line of scrimmage after the fake to the running back, and that allows him room and space to make a decision downfield. So take away the run, and that allows you to drop into coverage and blanket the field.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. On 1st down, Elliott. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans. And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Line 15. Line 15. Hey, keep running. Get the leg. 15's the mark.
Now Prescott. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure. Now Elliott. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall. That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them. Second down and goal. Prescott. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal.
Right, fellas, right. Let's go. Hey, Mike's 15. Mike. Kill. Ricky, fellas, we need this. Hey, look, we go. Mike 15, guys. Mike 15. All right. Watch the run.
Prescott. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense, just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
7 yards there and a 1st down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Barkley, a 1st down and more. And down to the 27-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
A quick throw now complete to Ross. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. He stiff arms him. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Here we go.
43 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Barkley. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
And Barkley will try to punch it in, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Eight yards to go on second down. Here's Prescott. Outright completes it to Jarwin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Tenth carry now for Elliott. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down, Elliott once more. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. To throw is Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Elliott, toss right. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
2nd and 16. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. This one to Jarwin over the middle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And Dak Prescott was not the only Cowboy to miss the bulk of last season. Remember, Blake Jarwin went down in the Sunday night opener on the road against the Rams. He's back healthy and makes a nice catch there.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Prescott to throw it. A dump off to Elliott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, as the first half is winding down, and the Cowboys have retaken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. A fairly short kick from the 14. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. He was taken down by Quentin Dunbar. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 69 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up second and
2. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Jones. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 14-10. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Prescott now. This to Jarwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Elliott running right. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They go to Elliott again. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, down at the 31. The give is to Elliott. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That's on the guard, Connor Williams. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A give to Elliott. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Kill. 47. Mike's 15. Mike's 15.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Mike 4. Coming to you. 46. Mike 4. All day.
Prescott from the gun. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Kill. 47.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Switch.
Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Going deep downfield for Ross. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 78 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Get out there. We're going to go 47. Mike 9. Hey, I'm coming after you.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Looking deep for Elliott. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, but now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
A first down carry for Barkley. Dancing away at the 35. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Off the play fake. Jones. Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Gano for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Giants 28, Cowboys 17.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
You got to be ready. Don't be scared of it. Safe. Go to 54. Why? Twist. Hey, 47.
From the 31, Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Flush to his right. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Throwing again on second down. Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. A first down throw for Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Kill. 65.
Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Giants.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. Barkley, a first down and more. And finally down at the 32-yard line.
119 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And the Giants first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Barkley. Finding room to the 20. Runs over him. And down to the 7-yard line.
Here we go.
A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
A Pickup of 2 brings up second and goal.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that